egg race?
Yeah.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, go. Whoa.
I win.
That was amazing.
I win.
Hi, I'm Hannah and I'm the world's okayest mom. Did you know that single mother households make up 23% of the US population? That's a lot of single moms and I want to know how they do it. So Matt is leaving on a business trip for a whole week and I'm going to take that time to see what my life would be like if I were to become a single mom right now. I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm going to try it. 7 days, 2 kids, 1 mom. Let's do it. So Matt is gonna be gone for 1 full week. And in that full week, it's gonna be just me. And in order to make this week as authentic as possible, I did a little research on single moms. And I found out that in 2011, the median income for married mothers was $80,000. For single moms, it was 4 times less. So what I did was calculate my income as the sole income of our household. And after factoring out rent and daycare and insurance and all those expenses, I divided what I had left by 4 and gave myself that amount to spend for that week. Right off the bat, that meant that my babysitter, who I pay to pick up the kids every day from school, was off the table. I could not afford her for that week. Now I hire her to pick up the kids so that I don't have to leave work early to pick them up. And she just has them for a little bit, but that little bit was way too much for me to even have any money left over for that week. And even further, I decided not to rely on my family for that week because for a lot of people, they don't have family nearby or they don't have family members who stay home and are able to help out with the kids full time for free. This is your big break.
Your big break.
My big break. I can watch all the forensic files I want.
Yeah.
We said our goodbyes and I realized right as he walked out the door, I needed to go to Target. So it is 8 o'clock in the evening and we are going to Target, all of us together. Oh, Jackson hit his face. Scootering. I have both kids. It's past their bedtime. Usually I would leave them at home and run out, but we need some stuff for tomorrow and I have to take them with. Now, parents know when you go to Target with your kids, it's like walking a tightrope. Target is not only a parent's shopping paradise, it's a kid's shopping paradise. So it's just like the worst of both worlds. Come on, let's keep going, Jackson. Jackson, we're only here for a couple things, okay? I needed 2 things at Target. And so I was determined to go in and out with 2 things. It is 9:30. We got a little sidetracked at the video game section. I had to shoot down a couple hopes and dreams. We're running a little late, pretty behind for tonight. Definitely not doing this again. So I was just flat on my back, exhausted after that Target run. Today was pretty tough. Target was difficult. Now would be about the time that I pass bedtime off to Matt so that I can relax, but it's just me. So we're gonna do cuddles?
Cuddles.
Cuddles?
Yeah.
Good first day, huh?
It's Mama Day.
Mama Day.
Mommy Day.
Good night, guys.
Mommy Day tonight.
This morning was rough. What are you shoving in the nail slot? To say the least. Let's get socks on. Come on, Wyatt, let's get socks on. So we got Wyatt dropped off finally, very late, and now we're heading to my work, and Jackson is on spring break, so he's coming with me to the office because I don't know what else to do with him. If you are a working parent and you know the answer to this, leave it in the comments. What the heck do you do with your kid on school vacations? Where do you put them? Because Jackson had 1 day left of spring break, so I just hauled him in the car and took him to work. So as we're walking into the office, I realized that I forgot to fix Jackson's hair, and he dressed himself. Jackson, you're rocking it. You look awesome. Jackson noticed and so kindly pointed out to me, as kids often do.
Mama, you are wearing that on nighttime.
The shirt? Yes, I did sleep in it. It's like the parent equivalent of walk of shame, but it was clean when I slept in it and I was clean when I put it on, so it's still clean the next day. Jackson was so easy at my office that day. We had a great day, got home, got ready for bed, and then I had a choice to make. I really should get up and clean and do some dishes and laundry and stuff, but I'm so tired right now. I just want to sleep on this couch. So I think I'm gonna put everything off for one more day. Okay, we're in the car. On our way to get these forms I need, this paperwork I need.
Target.
We finally, no, we are not going to Target. I learned my lesson. But I have to get gas. I have a call that I'm gonna have to take in the car on the way. I'm just a mess. So after all the errands, I ran into that same issue of what do I do with my kids? All right, well, I've just completely given up on the idea of going into the office today. It is 1 o'clock and they're hungry, so they need to be fed. I think we're gonna try to do a drive-through, which they'll be really excited about because we don't do that very often. And it's reasonable, it's within my budget for this week, so that's what we're gonna do. I would love a nap and a bath. I decided to work from home the rest of the day because, like I said, my company is very flexible with the fact that I'm a parent. They're very understanding, and it's not something I like to do regularly, but it's something that they allow me to do if I absolutely need to. So while I had the luxury of working from home, actually getting the work done was a whole different story because it's so rainy. The kids cannot play outside today. Can you guys just give me 5 minutes to get my work done, please? Please, Jackson, please. I'm just trying to get a little work done, and I hear banging and crashing in their room, and they have managed to completely empty their closet and dump everything on the floor. And now I have this on top of all the other mess. It was a frustrating day. Day 4 was a great day. Started off with Wyatt not cooperating with me at all. You're not listening to me. I asked you to sit down at the table, please. Wyatt. Wyatt. I realized that in my rush to get ready this morning and accessorize with this necklace and actually get dressed, I forgot my purse. I'm such a dummy. Like, I'm the biggest dodo on the planet. Who forgets their purse? I'm really nervous about driving without a license. Nick is gonna drive my car.
Yes.
Because he's the best friend in the entire world. And this is what friends are for. We are home. So that night, it was Wyatt versus chicken nuggets. He's not happy about my dinner choice that I threw in the oven today. But you know what? He can deal with it because that's what I'm making, because it's easy and that's what we have. And that's it. Do you like chicken nuggets?
Yeah.
Wyatt, you'll learn to love chicken nuggets.
No.
He actually likes them. He just doesn't like them because I said I'm making them. So day 5, I decided to start the day with a little treat. We had a little money in our budget to get something inexpensive to go out to eat, so I took them out for breakfast. So we got bagels and I got a little coffee, and I took them to this coffee place that I know has some toys where they can kind of run around and build blocks and do a bunch of stuff and get out some energy. Because we had to make another Target trip that day. So we got in, and Wyatt, because of his age, kids that age will get fixated on something and just not be able to let go of it. So that Target run, it was, I want boxers. You wear a diaper still, kid, come on. It started with I want boxers, and then throughout the trip, it turned into I want boxers. And then by the time we were checking out, it was and then in the parking lot, it just got even worse. All right, let's go to the car. Come on. My approach to parenting and meltdowns is always to treat them with love, because I feel like at Wyatt's age, he's 3 and he doesn't understand, but sometimes it just doesn't work, and sometimes nothing works. You just have to write it out. And a lot of the time I see parents, you know, trying to get their errands done with a kid melting down in the cart, and other people are looking at them like, why don't you do something about that? But sometimes doing something makes it worse. That was one of those meltdowns where I just had to not engage. I don't know what to do.
Please stop.
Now, I chose to film a few seconds of it because I feel like it's something very real that a lot of parents experience. So while it was tough on Wyatt and it's not a fun thing to watch, it was also really tough on me. It is taking all of my patience in my entire body to not completely snap right now. So the morning of day 6 was pretty much the lowest point of the week for me. So I don't know if you guys can tell from my eyes, but I kind of had a little meltdown last night. Kind of lost it. Didn't shower, so I'm trying to last minute shower this morning. Boys are fighting out there. But it all got kind of overwhelming last night, and I was just like, it's only a week, you know? I should be able to do this all by myself for a week. But it's just that there are not enough hours in the day to get my job done and then pick up the kids and do the rest of it. There are just not enough hours in the day, and I need help. It's become so apparent. I don't know how to even put this. I'm so tired. I have a harder time getting them to do stuff than Matt does, and it's become very apparent. So I decided that day to make a concerted effort to do better with the kids. What are we doing? We're playing video games.
Yeah, I love playing.
Because sometimes you need to practice a little self-care and distract your kids with video games while you shower. You're doing great.
I'm not playing yet. Come on.
I mean, some parents are against video games, but to be honest, they don't even really know how to play them. So they just click a couple buttons and they think they're doing something and they're really happy with it. How do you feel about this, Wyatt? Ready? Ready? What? So day 7, last day, was a good day. It was not raining, so we whipped out the boys' little land speeder that they can drive, and I sat outside and let them drive around for a really long time. And then I also got them this really awesome toy. We have a rare moment of peace and quiet. I got the boys some rocks.
I'm laughing this.
And
I got one.
Oh, you got something? They're digging for crystals. It was this little rock kit, and it was about $6.
I can't.
Best money I've ever spent. So I had them put on their PJs and get ready for bed, and right before they went to bed, Matt came home.
Hey!
Look who's here! Daddy's here! All right. We had a great week. I will see you next week. Goodbye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. I did miss you.
Oh, just
I'm glad you're back.
Hi. Mwah.
Thank you for coming back.
I almost didn't.
I don't blame you. So what did I learn this week? I tried to make things as hard on myself as possible for this whole week, but I fully recognize that I only scratched the surface. I'm doing this already in a career that I've achieved because I had a partner help me while raising our children. I'm already at an advantage with that, and that's something I couldn't change or take away. While I was juggling my job and both kids, I realized that most single moms have 2 jobs. Or 2 jobs and they're going to school full-time, or they're just going to school full-time and trying to figure out how to pay for everything. I didn't even remotely experience how difficult it actually is. I also learned that my kids are a lot more resilient and mature than I thought. Jackson really stepped up that week as a 6-year-old and as my oldest to really take responsibility for himself and help out as much as he could with his brother. Thank you for helping me.
You're welcome.
He's really empathetic, and so when I'm having a hard time, he really notices.
Sorry for not behaving.
I love you.
I love you too.
Sorry I'm having a hard time today.
It's okay.
Okay. And last, I realized that sometimes it's embarrassing to ask for help. And if you have a single parent in your life, my suggestion would be to offer help. I found myself not asking for help so many times throughout the week because I felt embarrassed and I didn't want to burden people. And I feel like that happens a lot with parents. It's up to us to proactively offer help and find little things that we can just do. Maybe it's just taking the kids for an hour to the park while the parent takes a nap. Just little things will make all the difference, and it's really on us to help each other out. So that's all I got for today. I'm Hannah, and if you are a single parent, let us know in the comments and let us know what we can do to help. Or if you know a single parent or you were raised by a single parent, shout them out in the comments, or you can always text me. This is a real number and I do read every single text. Now, if you'll please excuse me, I have a week's worth of laundry left to finish and I feel like I'm gonna lose my mind. Till next time. Why is there a Christmas sweater in here? Nobody wore this.